Hello, this is Dr. Tina right here. Today I'm going to talk about interview. After you have graduated and obtained your degree as a bachelor's degree, MSN degree, or doctoral degree, what we all look for is to get that job we've been dreaming about. So today I'm going to just tell you my experience in obtaining some jobs that I have, or some jobs or position I've held in the past, and also some positions I'm in. Some of the experiences I had through interviews. So I have had so many interviews, and so I'm just gonna share my experience with you. First of all, if somebody wants to get a job, you have to apply. So you go to the companies or organizations website, that you have to make sure you have updated all your CV. It has to have your contact information, your name listed on top, your education, your jobs that you have held. Some jobs specifically, they want you to state the date you were hired in a position in any organization that you have listed on your CV. They want the start date and they want the date you left. If you have that listed, that would be appropriate. Then you have to list all your schools, your education. Mostly you list them from the current ones to the those that you did previously, and so you list that, and then you have to have your cover letter. In the cover letter, you can give a detailed background about your education, your skills you have, and so it might make your CV, but it just elaborates on there. And so you have to have your cover letter too when you are doing your applications. So let's recap everything I've said. Your CV, you have to have your contact information, your education history, your job history, your references, and everything you think that will help you, skills you have obtained, certifications such as maybe you did MedSearch certification, you did ACLS, BLS, all those things have to be listed, and then you have to get your cover letter too. So after you have gathered all these information, they call you, let's say a job or an organization call you for interview. You have to make sure you dress appropriately for the interview. You can wear your slacks and your button shirts or something nice, and then you dress nicely, and then you wear comfortable shoe, moderate size, something that will put you in a comfortable mood. And make sure that when you are going for the interview, you don't delay. I have had experience where I didn't get on the road late, but I went just like 30 minutes and I got lost and I was late for the interview. So if you want to go for interview, you are lucky enough, you got a invitation for interview, make sure that you go there early. Even if you go early and you park at the parking lot, that's okay. So just wait, and about 10 minutes you can just head towards the interview. So make sure you dress appropriately and make sure you get there on time. During the interview, mostly they ask you, tell us about yourself. At first, I thought when they say tell us about yourself, it's about me and my family. No, it's not about that. Whenever you go for an interview and they say, tell us about yourself, they want you to tell us the background you have concerning the job you are applying for. So you can bring in the skills that you have obtained. If you are applying, maybe if you applied for a registered nurse position and you have the background before, you can state that the skills you have by direct taking care of patient, blood transfusion, giving IVs, setting up IVs. You can bring out all these skills. If it's nurse practitioner position you apply for and they are interviewing you, you can bring the skills like prescribing of medication to patients, taking patient history, diagnosing appropriately, and then the background that you have. For instance, I have been in a neurological unit before as a nurse practitioner, so I can bring in the skills that I or the things I did or seen or was able to perform during that transition. We did so many things. So you can also bring out some of the diagnoses you have really taken care of, like epilepsy, depression, those kind of stuff. You can bring the skills and talk about it, and that helps. So when they say tell us about yourself, it's about the skills, education you have obtained, so you can speak on that. Also, sometimes when you go, they will ask you why, what made you apply for this position. Sometimes you can read a little about this organization. Some organizations are teaching hospitals, teaching organizations, so you can say because they have the reputation to educate others or something they have been doing, you can bring that out and they will know that, oh, you did your homework, you did research for that, and that is very helpful, and that will help that yes, you studied about that organization and you are more interested in that. Sometimes too, they will ask you what makes you better than the other candidates, or why should we choose you over the other candidates. So when they ask you such questions, again, bring out your skills that you have, and also anything, certifications you have, you can bring it that in, all the experiences you have had, 2 years, 3 years, all those you can bring in and say, yes, I do think that with this background of mine as a nurse practitioner, where I have practiced for 3, 4 years now, I have been exposed to skills such as, and that I believe that if you pick me to be in this position, I'll be able to bring all these skills I've obtained to help increase the productivity of this organization. So I do think that you can pick me over them since or because of this, that, and that helps, and that will put you in a good position. Sometimes they will ask you about conflict, how to solve conflict. So they will ask you, tell us about the time that you had an issue with your coworker or your manager or something like that. It's all about conflict. First of all, conflict is inevitable. No matter what, we are human beings, we can bump heads, and so it's inevitable. So what you can do is you have to state the problem. If you have to state something that happened before, and then you have to state the solution that the intervention you implemented, and then you tell us what happened, the outcome of it. So let's say that maybe there's a conflict, like my patient, I wanted to maybe put bed alarm, but the patient resisted and didn't want that the bed alarm to be put on him. So what I did, education, I educated patient that's fall, he or she can fall, and so we need to put that for his safety, and also put call lights or something. And then the outcome is that there wasn't any fall, and the patient understood you, and everything was solved. So whenever you get a conflict question, make sure you have your problem stated, the solution or the intervention you implemented, and the outcome of it. And that will help you, put you in a good position. And after the interview, sometimes they ask you, do you have any question? Anytime they ask you that, make sure you ask questions. I've watched some more videos and also read some interview stuff, and they say it's better to ask questions. That shows that you have the passion for what you are applying for, or you are interested. So you can ask questions like the details of the job position you are applying. So they will be able to elaborate more into it, what the details are. Because sometimes if you don't ask, maybe they are hiring for night and you want day, and that won't be good for you. So through the details, they'll be able to tell you that, oh, the job requires that you'll be here at night or day, and then you can compare and see if it's something you want to do. And also, there's something about interview money aspect. I usually don't like to state the amount that I want in an interview, but you can ask them that, or when they put it up to you, that how much do you think you want to be paid? Usually I would advise you not to state specific amount, but you can just say about $65 to $70 from your experience and your skills you have obtained. I believe that between 65 and 70, I'll be okay. With this kind of experience and the skills I've obtained, I believe that this amount or offer will be appropriate. And you state it that way, that will help. That won't put you in a strange position, because they might be within. And also you can research about how much that company pays, maybe RN who has 2 years going, how much they are paid. You can investigate, and that way you can state range. Don't just say I want $50 or I want $70, and that will put you in a strange position. So with that being said, this is all I have for you, and I know we will touch base on this topic again next time, but I will end here. So these are the few suggestions I have, or things I did that helped me to obtain all these positions that I have. You have to have your CV, your cover letter ready. You have to dress appropriately. You have to get there on time. And then when you are sitting, you have to sit appropriately. You have to learn all these etiquettes so that you won't be in a strange position. Dress comfortably, wear comfortable shoe, and then make sure you answer as straight. You answer the questions they put up to you. I am fond of that. I will be talking and talking and talking, and then they will get me through my too much talk. If you talk too much, they will be putting up more questions, follow-up questions, and you don't want to be in that position. So just be concise with your answers, and then you'll be good to go. I wish you good luck, and I pray that you get the job you want and desire. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Share so that others will also benefit. May God bless you and have a good day. Bye.